All right, guys, I'm going to make my press conference fairly early in the week. Just got done watching the Eagles and the Packers, and it was a defensive slugfest, to say the least. Um, as a Birds fan, a win's a win. It was an ugly win. It is what it is. On to fantasy for the week. So, every now and then, it doesn't matter what you do. You run into someone who drops a zillion points. And that happened this week. I'm glad it happened fairly early on Sunday so that I could watch Monday Night Football, knowing that it didn't really matter who did what. Can't compete when you've got players essentially. I mean, there's like 4 players on Jesse's team that dropped like 30. Counteracted, all the zeros that he also tallied up. So hard to compete with that. I think overall my team did decent. AJ Brown like 3 points or something, and then Bucks defense dropped a 1-pointer. At the end of the day, it really didn't matter what they were going to do. Moving forward, I think the team's still in a good spot. I've got, probably the 2 best quarterbacks from a fantasy perspective. Josh Jacobs is a surefire top 5 RB. Breece Hall's looked good. He's probably a top tier RB2. JSN's going to be the wide receiver 1. Rest of the wideouts are a little wish-washy, but, Zay Flowers, MHJ are like 10 points a week kind of guys. In the flex, either Dobbins or AJ Brown or Jordan Addison, like there's weapons. Tyler Warren, top 3 tight end. Bucks defense is going to be fine. They've got a good playoff schedule. Dicker the kicker, I think he's the number 1 kicker right now. And then Vikings punter is decent. So, I think we still got the guys. Looking forward, the league's kind of playoff picture is becoming more clear. Top 4 seeds in some order is going to end up being Jesse, Owen, Mikey, and myself. It's going to end up being kind of an arms race for those top 2 spots to get a bye. I think with this week, Jesse locked up 1. Owen and I play in week 12, I believe, and I think barring something crazy that's going to kind of determine who gets the 2nd seed. He also has a matchup with Mikey late in the year, which could end up throwing something off. We'll see. I think the thing I've got going for me week 12 is that Justin Herbert and Ladd McConkey are on a bye, so that could help. So we'll have to see. Looking at, the other end of the league at who's gonna, end up in the race for the bottom. Garvey's now locked into one of the spots. His team should be playing better than it is. Other spots, Ryan's trending down, Harrison's trending down. That 4th spot, I think, is up in the air. Obviously, Low beat Alex this week. Alex now kind of filling the spot for now, but I think it's in fluctuance depending on how the next couple of weeks go. So it's interesting, tough week this week. Not much we can do about it. We'll look forward to next week and try and put a better result out on the field.